You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
Welcome back to the show.
Party people. What's up?
What is going on? Where did we go?
No, it's fine. I'm just doing some background shit. It's okay.
Background stuff.
I'm doing some fucking producer shit. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, hey, we're back.
See? There we go. See? Simple as pie.
Happy late Independence Day to you, my good friend.
Be honest. Let's be honest. Did you celebrate Independence Day? Like, did you celebrate Independence Day?
I don't know what you mean by that question.
I got together with family and we had a cookout.
I did too.
We grilled and we did that.
It was lovely.
But I didn't fucking go do fireworks or any of that BS. I didn't like.
Typically, I do. I go and watch fireworks. I enjoy a good fireworks show. This year did not happen, and I'm okay with that.
Did you do it on purpose or it just didn't happen?
To be brutally honest, if the fireworks show where we typically go had happened, I would have gone. I would have been angry about it because
I mean, it did happen. It was there. They blew them. They set them off.
I was not in attendance this year.
I almost went just because my mother just likes fireworks. It's like one of her favorite things. She really just enjoys fireworks. I was very sour about it, and I was like, "Look, I'll go if you want to go.
Sure,
but let's go." But like after everything that occurred within the past week and shit that went down, She was
just week
for right
I mean,
now.
it's been more than a week.
It's been more than a week.
My feathered friend.
But like she got a little soured about it. She's like, no, let's not even go. I was like, all right, fine, that's fine with me. I didn't want to go either. I wasn't down for celebrating it. I was like, very much in a not fuck America mood, just fuck the government mood this year.
Might be fuck America too. But anyway.
So
that was that. Wait, wow. Way to start off.
You said post.
I wished you a happy Independence Day. I did watch not one, not two, but 3 4th of July related movies.
Really?
Yes. Would you like to take a guess, or do you want me to just tell you?
One is Independence Day.
One is Independence Day. I watched Independence Day over the weekend. Love that movie. That movie's spectacular.
I'm assuming it has to do with the Revolutionary War.
It was not a war. No.
Okay.
Independence Day was the only war movie of the 3.
Then I have no idea.
But I would go so far to say is all 3 of these films are very 4th of July, quintessential 4th of July. They all take place in and around the 4th of July at some point in the film. I watched Independence Day, as you guessed.
Yeah.
I also watched Jaws. As you know, Jaws is one of my favorite movies. It's the 4th of July on Amity Island when the shark attack happens. But love it.
It's like those people that say fucking Die Hard's a Christmas movie just because it happened on.
You cannot. No bullshit, Adam. You cannot tell me Jaws. Google Independence Day movie or 4th of July movies. That's going to be tops on the list. It's going to be top 5.
Top 5? You want to make a bet on that?
Guaranteed.
All right. Well, while I look that up, why don't you give your third one that you watched?
The third one I watched, The Sandlot. Have you ever seen The Sandlot?
No.
You've not seen The Sandlot. You humbug. You know what it is. You know what it's about.
I know
right?
what it is. Yeah. It's just never entered my lexicon.
Now the movie The Sandlot takes place in one whole summer of 1962, but there is a 4th of July scene and a 4th of July moment. So to me, it's very, very quintessential 4th of July. For those of you listening to the podcast or watching our live stream on YouTube, let me know. Are these not 4th of July movies? I think all 3 of them are.
I'm just trying to look through here. So there's some fucking weird ones. Okay, so let's start with AI. Let's start with AI.
You fucking love AI.
No,
man.
I don't. I generally don't. But let's just start with AI and let's see where that goes. So
AI seems to side with you when we have these kind of debates.
for a great 4th of July marathon, consider films like Independence Day,
I did it.
Top Gun,
Okay, that's a good one.
The Patriot,
That's like the first 4th of July, so yeah, okay.
Forrest Gump,
What?
yeah, Saving Private Ryan. Just because it's a war movie doesn't mean
D-Day.
yeah, exactly. Miracle,
That was the winter time.
Glory,
Another war movie.
Hamilton. That's
Okay.
valid.
That's-
Apollo 13,
That's a space epic.
and last but not least, Hidden Figures.
Another space movie. That's bullshit. You know what? Let's throw up a poll. We'll see everyone's favorite 4th of July movies. Because I'm entering the 3 that I watched. You know what? Top Gun's good. I like Top
You'll like
Gun.
this one better, though. I got Rotten Tomatoes put out top 50. We'll just do the top 10.
Sure.
Top
Okay.
50.
Sure.
Number 1, 1776.
Oh,
Boom.
we just watched that.
We
We
did.
just watched that.
Boom.
I love that. I love
That's
that
a
being
good
number one.
Number
That's
2,
great.
Air Force One.
Okay, with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just because it's politics related doesn't make it like a 4th of
I
July.
mean,
thing,
maybe
but
it takes
whatever.
place on the 4th of July. I don't remember.
know.
I don't remember.
Number 3, All the President's Men.
Okay.
Number 4, The American President.
What? This is just like about presidents.
Pretty much. This is well, the next one's not about presidents.
It's about sharks.
Bit of a left turn. An American Tale.
I love an American Tale, though. There are no cats
It is
in
good. It is
America.
This one agrees with one of AI's, Apollo 13.
Get that
did they
shit
blast
outta
off
here.
at 4th of July or something like that?
Get the
that
shit
one- is that-
out of here. Maybe.
I'm going to look that up. I'm curious now. Argo is number 7.
Okay, I know that movie.
Armageddon. That happened around 4th
It's
of
not
July?
a real thing. It's a fake. There are.
Independence Day's not real either.
Fictional
It's a fictional.
characters.
They're all fictional characters in that one too.
Fictional characters.
I think it's just about being patriotic at this point.
Yeah, that's
the
what it
next one's
is.
Black Hawk Down. That's number 9.
It's just you're looking at patriotic movies.
And then this one, number 10, Born on the 4th of July.
Okay, well, it has it in the title.
Yeah.
I will concede to that one. I also like that movie.
I'm gonna look up
but
when did
but the
Apollo
3
13?
movies that I mentioned that I watched, all 3 of them take place on the 4th of July. To me, that is a 4th of July movie.
And Apollo 13 flew in April 11th. When did they return? Never.
They did come back. That's the whole premise of the movie.
Return date. They returned
If you
April
ask-
17th.
You're kind of like 6 days. Like I've been at Disney longer than they were at space.
Yeah, fuck them.
That movie. If you ask our friend Robert Hopkins, who's going to call in later, they never did that. That's fake.
Fucking get good, Apollo 13. Get on our level.
Yeah, so-
That's all I got to say about that. Get on
Anyway,
our level.
I don't give a shit about your AI lists. I know I'm usually a list guy, but I will die on the hill of my own list.
I'm gonna start doing
and
that.
my
next,
3
next
movies.
time we start making lists, I'm just gonna have AI make my list.
You know what?
That's
Let's
what I'm
do.
gonna start doing from now on.
It'll be like the chess masters versus like the Watson
It's like
IBM AI computer.
It's like man versus machine.
It's like
man.
Scott versus AI in movie lists. And then our listeners will vote. Let's do that. All right. So I did want to point. Let's do our drinking game first.
Yeah, you forgot about your thing.
Let's do our drinking
thingus.
game. Let's get into it.
Your thingus.
Because right now I'm drinking some Kraken and cola, as are you.
Crack into the
And
Kraken,
we need
ladies.
to get our good drinks in here. So we started doing this last week. For those of you who are new and didn't get this, Adam and I are doing a fun drinking game.
Oh yeah.
Where we brought over like a metric F ton of booze. And
There's a Matt. You gotta take a picture. Still
I never
and
took
post
the
it.
picture. I was gonna post
There's
it. Yes.
I see those 3 boxes right there. I had to clean out my cupboard at the bottom just so that box would fit under there.
I feel bad, but we don't know where else to put it.
There is nowhere else to put it in this apartment. It's sitting on the stove. It's a metric fuck ton.
Yes, it is.
It's an entire Friday night high school party's worth of booze.
Dude, that would kill some kids.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're playing a game where we have this lovely Star Wars The Force Awakens Christmas bag.
Yes, sir.
And there is a little piece of paper, a little slip of each name of booze written in here. Adam and I are each going to draw a name, and whatever we pull out, we drink.
I went first last time. You got to go first this time.
Fine. We are each allowed one black ball. I think if I pull one of the ones we had last time, I'm going to blackball it.
If we both pull another can one, we're in the Matrix. This is simulation.
Okay.
That's all it is.
It's not going to happen.
The only explanation.
So when we pull this booze, we can drink it however we want. Could drink it throughout the show, along with what we can drink in addition to it. You can do a shot. You can mix it with Coke, mix it with cola, whatever we have. You can drink it on the rocks, whatever. Drink it however you want. However you want. You just got to do it.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to go first.
Go first.
Okay.
Shake it up.
Here we go. Come on. No whammies. Oh, wait. What the hell? There's actually like a big piece of paper in here.
You got to fix it up again now,
And
sir.
this.
Get all that junk
that.
out of there. What the hell?
I don't know what the hell. That was from when I made it. Okay.
Unprofession. Oh.
Big mistakes. But mistakes were made. Okay.
All right. He's reaching in.
Ooh,
He's
I got one.
scratching around.
I got one.
He's feeling her
Come
up.
on, baby. You take the bag.
All right, I got the bag.
Be good. Be good.
Pick mine while you're looking at yours, reading off yours.
I got Thistlefinch Black Pepper Whiskey. Gross.
Is this sound still on the soundboard? Is this on? I think we took it off the soundboard.
Which one?
I think. Nope. It's not on the soundboard. It's not on the soundboard anymore. I got Fireball.
You got Fireball.
I
It
got
went off Fireball.
I was. I didn't know if the sound was still there.
Okay.
but-
Yours is easier than mine. All right, we put them back
What'd you say
in.
yours-
You
what'd you
can't
say
get them
yours
again.
was?
Thistlefinch Black Pepper Whiskey. I have not had this before. Black pepper whiskey? Ugh. That's a little scary.
That's very
I
kind of
think
weird.
I'm going to do a shot.
I'm probably gonna
Just
do a
to
shot
get
of
done with
Fireball
it.
too.
Your Fireball comes in one of those little baby balls like we had last time on the show.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking down
So
it.
you're just going to down that.
Down that.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to take a minute here, 2 minutes here. We're going to go get our drinks ready. We have a commercial queued up.
We got something queued up. Something fun. Some
So
funness.
we'll try to be as quick as we can.
That way we don't have any dead air
Yeah.
for you folks.
Hopefully we get back in time before the commercial ends.
I
If not,
think we will.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
have a
think we
good
will.
feeling.
Okay.
So let's do it.
all right, we'll be right back.
Oh, you're gonna get raped by dolphins when you swim. Yes, you're gonna get raped by dolphins when you swim. Oh, you're gonna get raped by dolphins. Yep, you're gonna get raped by dolphins. Ouch, you're gonna get raped by dolphins when you swim. You're gonna get raped by dolphins when you swim. And you're gonna get raped by dolphins when you swim. If you're swimming in the ocean, better lube it up with lotion, 'cause you're gonna get raped by dolphins when you swim. And you're gonna get raped by Cosby when you drink. Yes, you're gonna get raped by Cosby when you drink. If you're sipping on a lager, better watch out for Rudy's father, 'cause you're gonna get raped by Cosby when you drink.
Friend named Jen Turbin. South of Pittsburgh, we're going to see a bunch of motherfucking SUVs. That's St. Vincent alumni.
Vincent from St. Vincent. Well, that's queer.
Gonna crush a lot of brewskis tomorrow night. Hope I don't fall down or start a fight. Jaeger bombs cost extra, not bringing cash tomorrow.
Well, how about that?
And we're back.
That's a
Shocking.
nice little montage, nice little collage. I did notice I'm a little bit rounder in those old pics. Those are from years ago, so
See, I'm more rounder now.
I got.
than
I,
was
I,
in
had
those,
a, I had a really fat face back in the day. Like my face was like it's like
What was it like?
like Motorrun. Are we putting together a new collage every week, sir? You got that many pictures?
That was a lot of work. No, that was pretty much it.
Okay. We might remove a few, add a few. You know, we got hey, big things coming.
Big things coming.
All right, I got my Fireball.
Adam, what are you drinking?
I got my Fireball, my little shot thing of Fireball, little bottle right here.
Okay.
Little baby bottle.
So I've got this.
Yes,
I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Thistlefinch black pepper flavored whiskey. It's like handwritten on here. It's like batch number 6, bottle number 455.
After the show, I want to try that. I want to try that after the show. I'm
Okay,
curious.
you're welcome. You're welcome to drink anything you want.
I'm curious.
This is distilled and bottled by the Thistlefinch Distilling Company, West Grant Street, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. So our old pals, the Dutchies, are back at it again, I guess. So you only have shooters in here, which are double shots.
Yes,
So I
sir.
filled it halfway for a shot because I'm a little worried about black pepper.
See.
It's going to be spicy. It's going to give me heartburn.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to chase it with the Kraken.
Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. We can
All
do it at
right.
the same time. We can go.
We're going to do it since we're both doing shots, I guess. we're going
I
to
should
do
have put
this.
this in a shooter. This is gonna fucking. It's not gonna go. It's gonna go down a little hard.
Would you like to put it in a shooter? I think we drank out of the balls last time, didn't we?
Yeah, it's fine. It'll work. It'll work.
You don't have to drink it all in one go.
Do you think I'm gonna wuss out? No.
Oh, listen to him go,
Absolutely
ladies
not.
and gentlemen.
You're shooting. I'm shooting.
All right, I invented this game. I'm going to be in for it. All right, ting
Tinky tinky.
around the head.
That's what she said.
Who said head? I'll drink to that.
Oh my god. Give me a Fireball. It's delicious. It's so good. It's so good. It's just like eating that cinnamon candy. Whatever. Fireball. Yeah. Is candy called Fireball too? What's it called?
Fireball.
Fireball. Yeah. It's just like
Atomic fireballs,
atomic
right?
fireballs. Yeah. It's just like eating those, man. It's fucking delicious.
Hey, yo.
How was that? How was that?
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
You seemed like you were having a hard time over there. You seemed like you were struggling for a second.
It's good now.
It's good now. Was it good when you took it? Let me see. I want to smell it. I wanna smell
Have some.
I'm not gonna have some now.
I have some.
I'm gonna have some later.
Okay, have some later. So did a shot of that. That was a thing.
Remember, this is your game. You made it up, man.
Hey, it's a great game. It's summertime, Adam.
It is.
I got some questions for you.
All right. I love questions.
Have you? We talked about this a little bit in the past. Like you said, you went to that one military camp.
I think it was called Camp Cadet specifically.
Camp Cadet.
Yeah.
Where they trained
it wasn't military. They were police officers. that were
Oh,
doing it. That's what it was.
Future bootlickers of America.
Basically, yeah. Taint liquors.
So that was the summertime, right? You went to
Yes.
Slippery Rock University.
Yeah, we hung out there for about a
We
week.
talked about this on the show.
I didn't say this last time though, and I was thinking about it when I was thinking about like telling that story.
Yeah?
I think I shat once that entire week. I think I did because I was very much I don't like using public restrooms to sit down. I don't like doing it at all. Even as a kid,
You got to nest it before you rest it.
I didn't care. Even nesting it, I didn't want to do it.
Okay.
I didn't want to do it. So I held it as long as I could until it hit a point, I think it was like day 5. Where I'm like, I just can't. I'm baked. There's a bun in the oven and
Yeah, dude.
it's got to come out.
You got to go deliver that baby.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Not well.
No, it didn't go well.
I sat on the toilet for a while, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
Not great success, huh?
No, it wasn't great. I made it like 5 days though. I did
did.
make it like
That's-
5 days.
I
I
couldn't
couldn't
do
do
that.
that today. I have a hard time. There's the one time talked about the show before. I went to that festival in the woods, whatever the fuck it was called. I can't remember. And like I tried to go the
Classic Fest.
Yeah, Classic Fest. And I tried to go like 3 days without shitting, and it wasn't a good time.
No,
doing
not
that.
a good time. We're getting older, man.
But like that's also like, I was in my like mid-20s at that point, man. I was in my mid-20s at that
Yeah,
point.
still.
But like we were also eating like real greasy like junk food and high carbs and fats and all that other shit and everything
Yeah.
like that, and drinking a ton. So it was a little bit different. But
I'm a leave it where you eat it kind of guy. Like I'm a use the restroom in the restaurant before I leave.
shit, I'm eating the sandwich on the toilet. As it's going in, it's coming out.
It is. Oh man, but I have never been to like the quintessential summer camps. As a kid, and I'm like 5 years older than you, so the shows I'm going to bring up, maybe they were a little before your time, but there were 2 shows that I recollect in particular that I loved these shows. One of them was on Nickelodeon. The other one I think was on the Disney Channel. And I watched the hell out of both of these shows. And they both revolved around a summer camp. And I feel like summer camps in media were like portrayed so differently than like
yeah, absolutely, especially in like movies too.
movies too.
Not
I
just
was going to
TV
bring up
shows,
some
but
movies
as well.
The shows I was going to bring up. Do you remember Salute Your Shorts?
No, never heard.
You
of
don't
it.
remember Salute Your Shorts?
First of all, to bear in mind, when I was a kid, I didn't have Disney Channel growing up. I like Disney Channel didn't enter my foray into like my teen years because back in the day, if you had basic cable, Disney was not on basic cable. You had to have rich people cable for that. It wasn't until later they added it to basic cable, then I could watch all that shit I was missing out on. But I basically just had Nickelodeon because even Cartoon Network wasn't on basic cable.
So you had Nickelodeon because
That was it.
Salute Your Shorts was a Nickelodeon show.
That was also a time where I wasn't really watching a lot of live action TV shows either.
It wasn't a cartoon.
I
right.
didn't dig into like when it came to the TV shows like on Nickelodeon and Disney and stuff like that. I didn't dig into the live action stuff. I was very much like a cartoon man.
Well, it was a comedy, and it was a young teen comedy, like a tween comedy, and it took place at a summer camp, and man, I loved that show.
What year was this? How old are you around?
90s. I could look it up.
I don't know, it's just like were you like 13, 14?
I was younger than that, I think.
So then I was.
I might
so
have been
then
10.
Then I was like, I was watching fucking Sesame Street then while you were watching this show. So obviously I didn't watch it. Yeah.
All right, Salute Your Shorts ran. Was it just one season?
That is a good
It says
reason.
1991.
That's a really good reason why I didn't fucking watch it because I was 3 years old at the time.
It ran for 2 seasons. 2 seasons.
I was
1991 and 1992.
Those were my California days, so there's a very good chance I didn't watch it.
Well, Salute Your Shorts was fantastic. There was another show that was on Disney that was called Bug Juice. Do you remember Bug Juice?
Nope.
Bug Juice was different. It was a reality show. So Bug Juice ran from 1998 till 2002. Apparently, they brought it back in 2018, but it didn't last.
I was like preteen during that period. Yeah.
Bug Juice was on Disney Channel. It was a reality show with kids at a frickin' summer camp.
I'm not sure if I had Disney at the time. I might have had Disney at the time.
Well,
I don't
you
remember.
missed out if you weren't watching Bug Juice or Salute Your Shorts. And then there was movies, and the two that come to mind, the one is Heavyweights.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I watched
Heavyweights.
that a lot.
It was a fat camp, but Ben Stiller's great in it.
I showed you that TikToker, the minor character theater TikTok.
Right.
He did a Heavyweights where he played as like one of the minor heavyweights,
Yes.
and he went through. It was fucking hilarious.
Ben Stiller pretty much plays his same character from Dodgeball.
There's
Like Tony Perkis and White Goodman were like the same person.
There's a massive like connecting chain of theories that they are actually the
he
same.
used the same
character.
voice and everything.
There's a third movie involved too. I can't remember what it was, but there's a third movie involved that also connects that to the same Ben Stiller character. I can't remember what it was.
Well, Heavyweights, the camp looked like a lot of fun until Ben Stiller took it over and turned it into like basically alligator Auschwitz for fat kids. Then there was
Too soon, sir. Too soon.
the Parent Trap remake with Lindsay Lohan.
I don't like the Parent Trap.
It's a great movie.
So like I've talked about this many a time, and I'm actually watching the new season of Resident Alien, and it kind of starts out like this little bit. I'm not a fan. I hate all forms of like those body swapping sort of storylines, especially the ones where it's like an action or sci-fi movie where it's like or a comic movie where the villain body swaps with like a hero, and then the like pretends to be the hero. And
John
he's like,
Travolta, Nicolas Cage face off.
Yeah.
Oh, movie kicks ass.
But that's fun though.
Yeah.
That's fun. I'm not a big. I just don't like. It's not a. I don't know what it is about that story. It just annoys me, is what it is. It really annoys the shit out of me.
That movie, the beginning, takes place in a summer camp, and then there's a show like it's more recent. My kids watch it, and I started. It's called Bunked. You ever watch Bunked?
No.
It's a Disney movie, Disney Channel show. There was a show called Jessie with Debbie Ryan, and she like was a babysitter in New York, and then she like left the show, and they're like, well, we can't have a show called Jessie if we don't have Jessie in it.
Yeah.
So they made a spin-off where the kids go to go to summer camp. It's like they portray summer camp as this like glorious thing.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
As a kid, I always wanted to do it in some way or another. Now, there was a year where I did go to like a day camp at a local park here and played like wiffle ball, but you came home at night and slept in your own bed.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I wanted to go to a camp for like 2-3 weeks, stay overnight in fucking cabins, like swim all day and do archery and go on hikes. And
Bro, it sucks, man. I'd rather just sleep.
did
at
you
home.
ever do, but besides your cadet camp? your
No,
bootlegger
that's
camp,
that's my only example.
and you guys
of it,
really
like,
didn't do that, did you?
Like we shot guns and did all kinds of stuff, and we learned about like
Learned how to lick boots.
we
Yeah.
learned fingerprinting techniques and stuff like that, and all this other.
That's right. We said, I was like, what were you going to be, a Batman?
yeah, exactly. We basically learned how to be Batman during the entire thing.
Fictional characters.
Anyway, I just always wanted to go to a camp. And now that I'm like older, I realize like the only summer camps around here, they're all, besides like Boy Scout and Girl Scout camps, but I never wanted to do that. Were you a Boy Scout?
For a brief period.
You were a Boy Scout.
I was like a junior scout. I wasn't.
Cub Scout.
Cub Scout. I was a Cub Scout for like a year. So that was the era.
I ate a brownie once. Sorry, that was a without a paddle quote. Sorry, the great movie.
Oh, you're good. No, so like I was a Cub Scout for like a year. That was the era of like my life as a young child where my mother was really trying to like get me out. I think she was trying to get me out of the house so that she could party with her friends mostly, but like because she remember like my mother's had me a lot younger than your mother, so she's like we're like 20 years apart basically. So like at that time she was like in her mid to late 20s, so she was very much still like in her I want to hang out and have fun with friends and party and stuff like that. But I also think she wanted me to get out of the house. So like she would sign me up for these kind of things. I did go to like one of those basketball camps during the summer one time, but it was again one of those kind of things where like I lived at Brandy Springs Apartments, which is right next to Mercer High School, which is where the camp was. So basically I would just walk over there, fuck around for a few hours and then go home. That's basically what it was. But there was what was it again?
Camps?
Camps.
You lost your train of thought?
Yeah, I did.
All that fireball?
I did. The fireball did make me lose.
Well, I will save you
Thank you.
because my point is I always wanted to do that. Never, ever did. Other than like the day sports camps.
Oh, we're talking about Cub Scouts. That's what it was. Cub Scouts.
Oh, you were in Cub Scouts. Yes.
In Cub Scouts. So that was another one of those things where my mother put me in just to kind of like get me out of the house, try to, make friends, all that other bullshit and everything like that. And I fucking hated it. It was boring.
We had somebody from the Cub
I was not
Scouts.
a wilderness man.
We had somebody from the Scouts or the Boy Scouts of America, whatever it was. He came to talk to my class when I was in school. I don't know, 5th grade, something like that. And I got kicked out of the gym because I called him Ranger Rick because he had a funny hat. If you get Mike D's listening to this right now, friend of the show.
It's funny, man. He should have laughed.
He
should have
kicked me
laughed.
out. I got in trouble. I got sent to the office. My teacher was pissed.
Don't fucking romanticize these fucking camps and shit like that.
Hindsight, I'm proud of what I did.
Yeah, they're not. They don't have sense of humors in reality. They're not like movies and TV shows. They
Only took the
care.
boys, and I know they wanted to say only the white boys, but they couldn't do that. Like basically, they told us to come to the gym for this assembly. The guy was a fart smeller. He was a fart knocker. I think that's what I would have called him back then. I called him Ranger Rick. I don't even think that was his name. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. That's why I got
Hey,
all
yo,
mad.
Ranger Rick, how them farts smell?
I did say that. I did say stuff like that. He handed out a paper that was like freaking, I don't know, clip art that had like a planet and like people holding hands like around the planet on it.
Don't sing around.
And it said, we
Smile
can
at
do
your
it.
brother.
We can do it together. And it just made me laugh because I was an immature 5th grader. Like, we can do it together. Like, and then I found out later, like, that's the whole thing the Scouts did. Like, they did that shit.
And then you grew up and you realize, God, like we can actually do it together. Like really,
He would
yeah.
have put a thumb in my bum if I had signed up. But
Jesus Christ.
at any rate, so
I mean, you could still have kind of that experience. You could like become a camp counselor. You could do that.
no thanks. No thanks, because that's what I'm getting at. And listen, I have cousins that went all the way through to like Eagle Scouts, which is a big deal. And their dads, my uncles, were like their camp leaders, they're camp dads. I don't even know what they were. So listen, as an adult, nothing wrong with Boy Scouts. It just wasn't for me. And I liked to go camping with my family when I was a kid. Like we would go fishing in Canada and like camping around locally. I loved that stuff. But I'm not getting a thumb on my bum and late night in the tent with a camp guy. No, I'm not doing that.
You could be the change the person that changes the world.
But I can't now. But I can't because all the camps that do this, they are all religiously based. Did you know that?
But aren't you religious, sir? You could be the good change in the world, man.
I am a Christian.
Yeah, you could be the good change. You could show these people that, hey, I'm Christian too. But you know what? I like to party also.
I'm not that kind of Christian, man. I'm a live and let live Christian.
Yeah. Teach the kids, man. Teach the kids live and let live. Hey, I'm a Christian. You can live and let live, brother.
My point is, there are zero, and I mean zero, summer camps in our area where you overnight in cabins that are A, like secular, not religious based, or B, unaffiliated with the Scouts or program. Like if you just want to do a freaking salute your shorts, bug juice, bunked, they don't exist.
I think there's a reason because there was probably a lot of kids getting molested in those camps.
But they get molested at the church camps and the Boy Scout
But I'm just saying, I think there's a reason why they don't have those anymore.
But but they still happen. Just not the regular kind. Like this is what I wanted to allude to. There was a horrible flood in Texas. Did you hear about the horrible flood?
And we're spinning into it. Let's go. Spin into it, sir.
I mean, there was a camp, and it was a Christian camp.
Yeah.
And, 28 young girls have died?
Yeah, it's horrible. It's a fucking
horrible.
And it's quite honestly, barring your opinion sucks, was probably really avoidable. It's probably very avoidable.
It was very avoidable. You've got the weather service screaming at the top of their lungs, hey, there's a fucking flood coming. But without pointing fingers, it's really, really, really terrible what happened there. And my heart breaks because I am the father of 2 young girls. But there was 15 camps, 15 different camps along this river. 14 of them were able to get everybody safe. And one of them lost everybody. It's heartbreaking, man. This sucks. But then I heard some stuff about this camp. It was a camp for young girls. It was a Christian camp. And I heard it was whites only. Did you hear that?
I haven't heard anything about this.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Not even an inkling. I think that's
I hope it's bullshit.
I think it's bullshit, dude. Because here's the thing. You know me. I watch a lot, and I've heard a lot of discussions about this camp. I've heard a lot of discussions back and forth. I've seen a lot of news about this camp. I've not even heard a rumor from some weird religious person who might have posted about this camp.
Well, that's who I heard it from.
I haven't heard a single thing.
I heard it from somebody on TikTok.
And my TikTok is way more political than yours, I think. It's way more political.
Maybe not after. I don't know if you saw my conversations on there. I tagged you in them.
You did tag me in a conversation.
Did you read through that shit?
I read through part of it. I was busy today, dude.
Oh,
I told you before the podcast. I was busy today, so
they blocked me from that conversation.
Really?
They kicked me the fuck out. Yeah, but at any rate, it was really terrible. And my argument was, and I don't know if you disagree with me, and I said earlier, I don't want to point fingers because it's terrible. But at the same time, you said it was completely avoidable. And it's Donald Trump's fault.
So from what I understand, and you did send me this other video, and I had seen it before you sent it to me, but I watched it again. So Donald Trump obviously cut a lot of funding to the National Weather Service. Not something I would want to cut funding to. I feel like that's really important.
It was Musk and Doge that cut it.
But either way, it's Donald Trump's fault.
It was Donald Trump's fault, right?
Yes. So that's not something I would really want to cut money to. And from what I understand, they did have the proper warnings set up for the flood. It's just they weren't set up in time. As in, the person, there is a person's job in the National Weather Service who is to coordinate.
Emergency management coordinator.
Yes, their job is to coordinate when and where to send these warnings so the proper people that will be affected by it will know so they can take precautions. That person does not exist anymore. And so,
in that area, right?
Yeah, in that area.
It was one of the cuts.
Yeah, it's not one job across the entire country. It's many different jobs.
I'll tell you. Can I interject here?
Go ahead.
Because as a former, not anymore, but Shenango Township Supervisor, where we live, we have an emergency management coordinator.
Is that the motherfucker that keeps sending off those fucking testing those tornado sirens?
Yes, it's
that
him.
bitch wakes me up all the fucking time. There have been many mornings, because you know me, I'm working overnights now, and like that siren will go off at like 10 o'clock in the morning or some shit like that, and I'll wake up freaking out like, the fuck, tornado! I gotta quick check the weather app, see if no, it's fucking sunny and clear out, and they're just testing. I'm like, fuck me, dude.
I'm glad,
I understand it. It's just me personally.
I'm
like,
glad you brought that up.
I'll freak out like in a second. Like, holy shit, what's going on?
I'm glad you brought that up. We are mandated by the state to perform like bi-weekly tests.
Yeah.
So
That's fine.
He's doing that not because he just not because he wants to, because he has to.
I would say what I would say is make sure that you do it on a clear day, because if you do it on a cloudy day, people might really think something's going on. But anyway, continue.
Typically, they do their tests on a set schedule.
Yeah.
It's like the first and third Tuesday of every month, or something like that. But here's the other. I'm glad you brought that up, because it happened while you were sleeping, but you heard the siren and it woke you up, and you said,
like
"What the?"
It's just like 2 blocks from me.
There's a couple throughout, right? But they're periodically placed in the right place,
Yeah.
so it covers the whole area. Because if there really was a tornado, if there really was a bad flood or a storm, then that goes off. And if it's in the middle of the night and people are sleeping, it is powerful enough to wake them up to get the fuck out of Dodge. And when they do the tests that you're getting all worked up about, they post on the Facebook page, "Hey, test coming," but you don't see that. Nobody sees that shit. Okay,
Dotson, we got Dotson here. See, nobody
but
cares.
I love that you brought that up, because here's what happened. We have Joe. He's our emergency management coordinator. Does a great job. Does a fantastic job. They don't have a Joe down there in San Angelo County, Texas, or wherever this was. They fired their Joe. Doge, Elon Musk and Donald Trump fired their Joe. So they don't have anybody to do that. So what our Joe here does, he gets an alert from the National Weather Service of Pittsburgh that says, "Hey, a fucking storm's coming." So then he goes and he pushes the red button that makes the sirens go off. Okay? The National Weather Service of San Antonio sends it over to San Angelo, or Kutztown, or whatever it was called, and says, "Hey, there's a storm coming. There's no Joe to hit the red button."
Yeah.
The alarms never went off. It happened in the middle of the night. All these kids were sleeping in their beds. No alarm went off. Sure, they put alarms out on Facebook. Does everybody check their Facebook in the middle of the night? No.
How many people had Facebook in that group? There's that too. Like, you can't guarantee.
Exactly. There's no service in the middle of nowhere.
Like, if it'd be different if it were like those Amber Alerts where it just pings your like I've gotten them before, and I don't get them a lot anymore. But I've gotten tornado watch alerts that just come to my phone as a text message that just generally gets sent out. It might be different if that were the case, where they sent out like a general
They don't have service in the middle of the woods.
I guess if they're that far in the woods, they don't have service.
They're at a summer camp. They're at a remote camp in the Highlands of the Highlands of Scotland, the Highlands of Texas. It's called the High Country or something.
There can be only one, sir.
There's none. There's none. Oh my God. Going to hell.
You said it. You said it. You said it.
We're going to hell. I feel terrible.
It's horrible. It is a fucking terrible thing.
But I'm arguing with these fucking assholes, these MAGA cultists online. They're like, look, and they do screen captures of a Facebook post of the National Weather Service of San Antonio putting the warning out there. I'm like, yes, the Weather Service did its job, but there was no coordinator to push the alarm.
It's because here's what it comes down to. Your mother also commented about the camp stuff. Also, here's what it comes down to. It's because
She said Jenna and Barbara Bush both attended the Mystic Camp.
what the fuck is the Mystic Camp?
That's the one that got washed away.
Is that
Called
one?
Camp Mystic, yes.
Can they Mystic? No, not gonna say.
They play Magic the Gathering. No, they don't. They're crazy Christians.
So here's the fucking problem with all these Doge cuts that happen and everything like that, and the reason why people are like, oh, see, look, they put all these people don't understand the webbing of the government, the intricacies, the interconnecting webs of the government. It's not just one entity. The National Weather Service puts out a fucking warning. They put out a warning, and that goes out to the individual states, and that goes out to the individual counties, and that goes out to the individual people that are designated. Like you said, Joe will get that warning. It's like, flip the button.
Wake
Siren
you up
goes
from your
off.
sleep? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, there's so much there's so much intricacies to the government that people don't understand. People look at like, oh, look at all this money going here. Look at all this money going here. It must be fraud. Why do they need all this stuff? Because there's like fucking so many people that are doing so many different important jobs. These jobs didn't just come up. Look, I'm not saying that there's not waste and fraud in the government, or fraud in the government. I'm not going to say that. There is probably some. But
What do you think? They spend $10,000 on a hammer, $20,000 on a toilet seat?
that's a good one. Yes. But there's a reason why some of these systems exist. They exist because there was a problem before. You don't see it now because, like, you're thinking right now, everything's working now. Well, why are we paying this motherfucker over here to do this job? That job exists to prevent a problem. Now what's going to happen now that you've gotten rid of that job and it's already happened? Now you're like, we got to fill this fucking job that was filled a few months ago to prevent this problem. There's a reason why a lot of this shit exists. Like, I'm not going to say trust the government. I don't trust the government with a lot of stuff. The government does a lot of corrupt shit, and the government does a lot of shady shit, you know, whatever. But, like, there's a lot of these main, like, I'm not going to go all the way back to this, but, like, USAID. There's a lot of stuff that they did that is above the board that they did for a reason. And they provided funds for a reason to help save lives. Like, and people see this kind of stuff and they see it as like, oh, look at all this money going here. What could they possibly be paying for? It must be corruption. It's not always corruption. Sometimes it's just fucking shit that we need. Like, we're going to experience this now thanks to the big, beautiful bill that fucking passed. There's going to be a lot of shit that's going to happen that are going to be, people are everything's all hunky-dory now, but then when shit starts hitting the fan, they're going to be like, oh, fucking shit, we actually needed that?
Yeah, I'm about
we needed that. It was set up before so that we could have a fucking chill life now, or chiller.
My job's going to be in jeopardy with the Medicaid cuts. It's going to be bad for me.
It's like these people exist in a world where, like, everything's smooth with my life. So I'm seeing all this money going over here. Why is it going over here? Surely it doesn't need to go over there. Let's get rid of it. And then they get rid of it, and then they see the fucking problems that erupt from it. And then some of them, there are some people that like will see the light and they'll be like, oh, I see now why that funding existed for that thing. But not
I
everything.
climbed into a cage with a jaguar, and now the jaguar is eating my face. I didn't see that coming.
Not every fucking bill that is spent is fucking corrupt. Just because you don't understand what it's spent on doesn't mean that it's corruption. You dumb, stupid, dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah. My heart breaks for these parents that are in their hip waders trudging around the river looking for their children's bodies.
Here's the thing.
It makes me want to cry.
I feel for the children and the campers. I don't necessarily feel for all the parents because I guarantee a lot of them fucking voted for Trump. I guarantee a lot of them voted for this. And I'm sorry, but like...
yeah, but...
Like,
I don't know.
I feel for the children only, but all you parents out there that lost your children to this and you voted for Trump, fuck you. Fuck you, quite frankly. This is what you voted for, apparently. I'm sorry. I can't say that this wouldn't have happened if you didn't vote for Trump, but I can say that there would have been a lot better chance of a lot more people surviving if they didn't fucking cut funding to the goddamn National Weather Service.
I thought you were going to take a different route here. I thought you were going to go after the fact that it was a Christian camp. And how could God allow an act of nature?
Here's the thing. I looked this up earlier. The Catholic Church is fighting against a lot of Trump stuff right now.
They sure are.
They're fighting against a lot of the stuff, especially since this new pope came in. There's a lot of backlash. Just there's more pastors and priests and people involved in the Catholic Church directly that are connected to to like the center part of the religion that are like
The Vatican?
the Vatican, yes, that are actively like speaking out against and fighting against almost every fucking thing this administration is doing.
Everything Trump says or does is completely the opposite of Christ's teachings. I have said that from day numero uno.
Did you see the one woman on TikTok who basically got really big because all she started doing was reading scripture from the Bible, and that's it. And then kind of like poking at like some of the stuff that the administration is doing, and a lot of the stuff that these MAGA Christians are like promoting and stuff like that. She's gotten a lot of hate and death threats, and people like hating on her just for fucking reading script. She doesn't do anything else in those videos but read scripture from the Bible.
I don't think I've seen those TikToks.
I'm trying to look up her name. I started following her recently. Let me see if I can find her. Jen Hamilton is her name.
No,
Jen
not
Hamilton.
familiar.
I'll show you. She posts other things sometimes, stuff like that, but she's getting a lot of hate for the videos that she's posting where she literally just sits down with a Bible in front of her, goes to scripture, and then just reads straight from the scripture. That's all she does. And she's getting a lot of hate for it from these fucking MAGA Christians.
It reminds me, a couple years ago, I think it was PBS that did this. It was on the 4th of July, ironically enough, that they were tweeting out line by line the Declaration of Independence. And they were doing it as a thing for Independence Day.
Yeah.
And these idiot MAGA cultists don't know the Declaration of Independence.
No.
And they started looking at these tweets from PBS and started losing their mind because a lot of those are like anti-King George and how he's a tyrant, how you must overthrow. And this happened when Trump was president, and they were like, how could you, a news agency, be tweeting this? And we're like, bro, it's not about Trump. They're tweeting the Declaration. You are the one that is associating your cult leader as a dictator. It was so funny.
I openly admit that, especially before the past couple years, while I knew some things about the Constitution, I openly admit there are certain things I did not study. I did not study about the Constitution. Things that I did not.
Have you ever read the Constitution?
Not the whole thing. I do
It's
own.
a really easy read.
I have a digital copy on my phone that I need to go through. But since
really
then,
not hard.
No, but since then I have definitely like read a lot more of the Constitution. But like I never made claims of like like constitutional claims and shit like that. This is talking against it because I didn't fucking know. These people don't know. If there's something you don't know, you don't argue against it because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I have a little pocket, like a small paperback pocket book that I got when I was in college. It has the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, all in it. And I have it like dog-eared. I have highlighted sections. Like I've read this thing multiple times, and I've referred back to it for like arguments.
Yeah.
For people, I'm like, well, it says right here, dickhead.
like these people don't. It's the biggest things that have been talked about have obviously been birthright citizenship is one of the big things. That's in the Constitution, and it is not just for slaves. It does not specifically say slaves that it's for. And
The argument there was the interpretation of that, not that it wasn't there. It was the interpretation.
The Supreme Court in
they
the
shut
past
them down.
has ruled that it is for everyone.
Multiple times, yes.
Multiple fucking times. Like, that's one of the...
I know.
It's frustrating. It's
so frustrating.
These are people that will claim the founding fathers' word.
But anyway,
They won't fucking-
I feel so bad for these kids.
I feel bad for
and
the
yes,
kids. The
I
kids.
feel.
Yes.
You know what? I feel bad for the parents too. I do. I just, as a parent myself, it would be the end of me if I lost my babies. It would be the end of me.
If the parents voted for Trump,
but we
they deserve
don't know.
they deserve the end for them.
We don't know who all those parents
I know.
voted for.
That's why I used the word
think
if.
about it.
That's why I said if.
They are Christians who send their kids to a Christian, allegedly all-white Christian camp in South Texas chances are they
I took a
are.
statistics class in college. I'm gonna say the chances are probably
Chances
pretty fucking
are
high.
pretty high that they did vote for Trump, but we're speculating. We don't know that.
Yes.
Regardless,
Hence why I said if you voted for Trump and if your kid was lost in the flood, you deserve every bit that you're getting right now.
regardless, I think it's awful, and my prayers do go out to those families. But it is Donald Trump's fault, and the blood of everyone lost in Texas is on his hands. And damn it, maybe I'm lucky that I never got to go to one of those summer camps that I wanted to go to as a kid, because maybe my ass would have got washed away too.
You would have been diddled, sir. Kiddly fiddled. Scott, let's move on for this. It's depressing. I don't like it.
Yeah.
So we got core cinema to talk about. But before we talk about that, there's a trailer that came out for a movie recently.
Oh, okay.
I want to watch it with you, sir.
Okay.
because this is a movie or a trailer that made me really excited. I'm really pumped for this.
Okay.
This is based on a book, and it is a book from a writer that you and I both know. We've seen another movie that was based on his book previously, starring Matt Damon.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down.
No,
Matt Damon's been in a lot of books.
in a lot of books, but it's a sci-fi.
Again, I don't know.
Sci-fi movie based on a book.
The Martian.
There you go. There's another book by that author that they are finally turning into a movie. I was told about this by my computer science teacher when I was in college. He told us about this book because we were talking about The Martian and stuff like this. Like, oh, you got to read this other book. And so I got the audiobook for this book. It's fucking... I've listened to it
so
twice.
you did the audiobook of this one that's
Yes,
coming out?
yes.
Oh, okay.
I've listened to the audiobook of
The
this
Martian
one.
was really good.
This one is called Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
So I'm excited for this.
Hail Mary. Sorry.
It's a
little Tupac for you.
little bit. I want to watch it with you. And for those of you that are just listening to it, you're gonna get the audio for it. Apologies.
So the people who are listening to our podcast the old-fashioned way, they'll still hear it, correct?
you'll hear it. Yes.
But those of you who are watching us on YouTube, the Forward Distraction YouTube page, they actually get to see.
it's gonna be
the trailer,
pseudo
okay.
reaction trailer. So let's play it. Right
Please state your name.
Ryland Grace. I just woke up from a coma. I'm several light years from my apartment.
Ryan Gosling?
I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut. I'm not an astronaut.
If you don't go, you die.
Make this a little bigger.
With the rest of us. The sun is dying. You are the only scientist who might know what this is.
I'm just a teacher at Grover Cleveland Middle.
You have a doctorate in molecular biology. I need you to come with us. This is Project Hail Mary. The sun is not the only star dying. Every star was infected by its neighbor except one.
Why? We don't know.
Which is why we built a ship to go there and find out.
It's 11.9 light years away.
The astronauts die in space.
It's what you Americans would call a long shot.
Hail Mary. I get it.
Who on earth is going to sign up for this?
If we do nothing, everything on this planet will go extinct.
You'll find a solution.
You are my solution.
I put the not an astronaut. I've never done anything. I've never done a space. I can't even moonwalk.
I understand the stakes. I do. My place is in the classroom.
The world is counting on you.
This might be very hard for you to understand. But some people are not good at things.
You know who you are. You're gonna do great.
I conquered zero T in 5 hours.
Object approaching.
Oh my God.
Is that space?
So So I met an alien. He's kind of growing on me. At least not growing in me, you know, which was a concern for a little while.
This
Hail Mary.
I'm Grace. I'm gonna call you Rocky. Thumbs up. No, that's thumbs down. We do the thumbs up. It's close enough.
Dude, that looked
am
good.
so excited for this movie.
Is that
I'm
like a
so
theater
excited.
movie for you?
Yes, I'm gonna go see it. in theaters.
Oh, that's good news.
I am so excited for this movie. The audiobook is fucking amazing. It when you think you know what's going on, that's when they hit you with the fucking curveball. You know, he meets an alien, and I'm not gonna tell you anything about that. What's going on with the alien and stuff like that. It's really fucking cool though.
Oh,
It is so cool because it's yeah. Oh my god, I don't want to spoil it. I can't spoil it. I want to talk about it so badly, but I can't spoil it. It's so good. I'm excited for this.
I'm excited that you're excited. You don't get excited often.
Yeah, like I said, it's from the same author that wrote The Martian. Can't remember. Andy Weir. Andy Weir. That's his name.
Cool.
Very cool. Very fucking cool. I'm looking forward to it.
There was a song in the trailer, so if no one ever sees this, it's nice knowing you.
The audio listeners will be able to listen to it, but the video listener or watchers, sorry.
We did lose one of our old ones.
Yeah,
I just saw that recently. I saw.
But you know what? We lost that video like a couple weeks in, so you know there's time. There's time for that.
Okay.
All right, let's get into Course of Cinema.
Is it that time already?
It is that time already, Course of Cinema. This is my pick this week. I went with a movie starring John Cusack and a number of other really good actors, Identity.
I had not seen this movie before, but it was kind of a mind F.
It was very much like a horror thriller, mindfuck kind of thriller movie. Very much like I love John Cusack movies, honestly. Like he does a lot of these. He did.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He did. What was it? Apartment or Hotel? Fuck, what was the movie called?
Hotel Transylvania.
If only.
1492 or something.
1402.
1402 or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that movie too. That was really.
I
good.
saw that flick.
Ray Liotta's in this movie as well.
Ray Liotta, R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. 1408. 1408. That's
1408. That's the one.
What'd you think, sir? What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I was all over you heard me. First of all, I love the new format of coercive cinema. You and I have talked about this before. We used to give each other a movie to do it for homework and watch on our own. Now we just have one, and we rotate, and we watch it together. And it's so much better to do it this way.
Yeah.
Because when I watch these movies with you, maybe I wouldn't like them as much, but we Mystery Science Theater 3000 the shit out of these movies.
We do, yeah.
Regardless if they're good or bad, because we've seen both. And we were doing that again. And you heard me sitting here. I think you were enjoying me. Every second I was trying to come up with a new theory.
When it came to the end, whenever you're like, wait a minute, is this? I'm like, just nodding my head like, you're getting there.
I don't want to spoil it, but I did guess.
They had a week to watch it.
I did guess the ending. I was like, wait a minute. This is the bad place.
Yeah.
I had that moment.
Yeah.
I did have a bad place moment. And you were like, but I went like, I had like 4 other theories before that one.
Yeah.
And then it hit me. I'm like, wait a minute.
This is when the era.
It's Lost. Basically, it's a movie form of Lost. Okay,
it
cool.
It kind of is, honestly. A little bit. It very much is that sort of mentality. This is in the era where they were trying to shove Jake Busey down our throats.
Dude, they should have shoved Jake Busey more down our throats.
He was really good in this.
He wasn't in it a lot, but he left a lasting impression.
This is also another John C. McGinley movie.
We've been watching a lot of him.
What, the third movie I think it is?
Let me just tell you today, fucking day, my wife was watching a Hallmark Christmas movie. Yes, it's July. Yes, she does that all year. And I walked and I looked and I said, wait a minute. Like, you're watching a Hallmark is that John C. McGinley? And she goes, huh? I'm like, that actor who was just on screen, he happened to be off. I was like, is that? She goes, her words, You mean Dr. Cox?
Yeah.
I said, yes. She goes, yes, he's in this. I'm like, that's like the 4th movie I've seen with him in this many weeks.
John C. McGinley has a lot of range.
Yes.
Every movie that we've watched, the 3 movies that we watched together, he always played a different character. In Nothing to Lose,
Yep.
he was a gangster kind of like criminal character. Wagons East, he was a flaming homosexual gunslinging cowboy character. This one, he is might be on the tism a little bit, very much on the spectrum type of character who has like a lot of OCD and like certain mental issues that he has to deal with and trying to save his wife and his stepson. Like, dude's got range.
Those are 3 different course of cinema we've had more recently, and he was in all of them.
And I forgot he was in it until I assigned it to you, and I was like, oh shit.
Put him in the thumbnail. He's earned it, mother.
John C. McGinley has absolutely earned it in the thumbnail.
He has earned it. I don't care what form. Like he's got so much range. You could throw Dr. Cox in there. I don't even care.
I know what I'm gonna do.
He knows. He knows. I trust your judgment.
I know what I'm gonna do. And
but he's made
fucking funny.
He has earned the thumbnail. Identity was good. And actually, I was talking to my brother-in-law and our former pop culture correspondent, Brandon, who friend of the show. He's probably listening. I told him that I just recently watched this movie with you. He goes, "Oh, I love that movie." So you picked a good one, my friend.
It is a good one.
It's a good one.
It's a really, really good one.
It was fun. Definitely some twists. Definitely a twist ending. I like a twist ending. I do. And typically I get upset if I guess the twist ending, which I did do in this. But I'm okay with it. It was okay.
You were kind of guessing around a little bit, and you were scratching the surface.
I was throwing a barrage of theories at the wall, and hopefully one of them would stick.
You're going around the rim a little bit. You know,
I did. I was given a rim job,
right and wrong a little bit.
I did. I got there. I got to the finish line in a roundabout way.
You did get there.
Okay, so, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the movie. It was a good work. Good work, kiddo.
If you like thrillers, if you didn't watch it last week, watch this movie. It's on Pluto, I think is what I said.
Yeah, we watched it on Pluto.
Yeah. Fucking ads. But you know what? The ads did give us an opportunity to go refill our drinks.
We did, and we did get drunk. And that's what I like.
Scotty, it's your turn.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to give you a 1987 classic written, directed by Oliver Stone, Michael Douglas, Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen. We're going to watch the movie Wall Street, which I love this movie, and you have never seen it. And you're all into stocks and trading.
Oh, yeah, I'm super into stocks.
You're getting it. You're like the for distraction equivalent of Gordon Gekko, and you've never seen Wall Street. So we're gonna watch Wall Street. It is on Hulu. So for those of you listening or watching our program, watch the movie Wall Street if you haven't seen it. Even if you have seen it, it's an older movie, so you can brush up on. Go ahead and watch it on Hulu. Tune in next week, and we will discuss it.
Sounds good.
I'm excited to watch it.
The dip is coming. The dip is coming.
Dip?
Get ready for it.
Oh, you're predicting the...
It's coming. I don't have to predict it, man. He's talking about tariffs again. It's coming again.
He's going to chicken out. He's Taco.
I know.
He's going to chicken out on him.
He's going to. But the market reacts.
I'm concerned for my job. I really am. I'm worried. Like 40% of our billing goes to Medicaid. And a lot of people are going to get kicked off. Like 17 million people are going to get kicked off of Medicaid.
Yeah, it's
very sad.
Fucking people. Just the people that are able-bodied workers. That can work.
The Jaguar is eating your face right now. And you called down the thunder. Well, now you got it.
I don't think... a lot of people don't understand how Medicaid affects their own insurance and their own medical bills.
Even if you don't lose your insurance, if you have private insurance, if you have Medicare...
Yeah.
It's still going to go up,
but
thanks to Trump.
Also, at the same time, people don't it's the same thing where people were like, "We got to get rid of Obamacare. I don't need Obamacare. I'm on the Affordable Care Act." It's like, you stupid dummies. That's the same fucking thing. It's the same goddamn thing. They've even there have been people that are coming out certain states they call their Medicare other names. They use other terms for like their Medicare, and people are like, "I'm on this. I don't need to worry about Medicare." And they're like, "Hey, you dummy, that is Medicare. You stupid fuck. You're getting cut, bitch." So whatever.
So before we go, I got a couple mailbags I forgot to mention.
Oh, we got some mailbags.
Got some mailbags. I usually do this at the beginning of the show, but I forgot. So
that's all right.
We're gonna do it at the end of the show. We got some mailbags. Your boy right here. I was invited to come on as a guest, which I thought was another podcast because I listened to this show from time to time in their podcast format, only to find out that they are actually a radio show.
Tucker Carlson.
They're no, it's not Tuck.
Oh no, not Tuck.
It's not your boy Tuck. Not Tuck Everlasting. No, it is a different show. Their name is kind of unfortunate. It is called Thinking Logically.
That's a fucking wow phrase. It's kind of unfortunate.
Thinking Logically. Yeah, I mean that's real freaking cool. Anyway, they have a Facebook page and other social medias, and they are pretty much dick riding Donald Trump, and they're saying how great the big, beautiful bill, which I saw a great meme that made me laugh. I'm going to say it here. Somebody said, I hope that Big Beautiful Bill is the name of Trump's cellmate. I love that. But anyway, they love the Big Beautiful Bill. They just love it. And I said some things. They said, I said to them, you know, they weren't answering me because they were doing their show.
Yeah.
Like if our friends, if our listeners, if you comment on our show live, we will read your show live on the air. They didn't do that for me. So I said, you know, we will continue to fight the Trump cult. Real generic.
Yeah.
They said, would you like to come on sometime for a friendly debate?
Oh.
Yes, sir. I said, absolutely. Send me details. Looking forward to it. They said, excellent. We are live on Mondays and Thursdays from 3 to 4 p.m. Email us at thinkinglogicallypodcast@gmail.com to schedule a day to come on.
Did you email them?
I have not yet, but I'm going to work out. The problem is on Mondays and Thursdays from 3 to 4, I am in the middle of my workday.
That you are working. You do have a job.
So
there.
I need to figure something out here. I want to talk to them, maybe have you help me draft an email that maybe I could come in remotely and come over here to the studio and do it, because I've done that before and you have helped me before. It's been great work. But if they're like, no, if they need me to come, they're in Beaver County, which is not exactly.
Sorry, that was your mom posted. You didn't read my first comment.
We did read your first comment, Mom. I said Jenny.
I guess you weren't listening.
I said Jenna and Barbara Bush both attended the Mystic camp. I did say, sorry, it's really hard to read. My eyes are bad. It's really small when it pops up here. I did read it when you posted it live. And then Adam goes, what's Mystic Camp? And I said, oh, it's called Camp Mystic. It's the one.
I didn't know that was what the camp is called.
And then we had a back and forth little joke there. But we did read it. And we just read that you didn't read my first comment. So we do see. We read them.
Yeah, we read them.
We read them.
Ad nauseum sometimes.
Sometimes people don't.
No, the first one. There is no first one. That's the first comment we see.
We only see 3 from you.
Yeah. The
Jenna and Barbara Bush both attended the Mystic Camp.
Can you retype it? It must not have come through on our
You didn't
end.
read my first comment, and you said no the first one.
Yeah, so you're going to have to resend that because we don't see anything
it's not
else.
showing up.
Apologies. I send one before. Yeah,
She sent one before that. We never got it.
That's what I'm saying. We never got it.
Can you resend
the first comment we
OG
have
comment,
is
and we will gladly
Jenna
read
and
it.
Barbara Bush. That's the first one that we have for you. So, yeah, just resend it. We'll read it. No big.
Yeah, we'll read it. We'll read it. We do that here.
Yeah.
We do that on our show. And if you shoot us an email at foryourdistraction@gmail.com, we will also, if it's worthy enough, if you get racked, we will read your email on the air. We'll read your comments on the air. But anyway, we're gonna work our details out. Hopefully we can make this work out, and I can go on to a show. I will promote For Your Distraction on this other show.
Absolutely, 100%.
I will do it.
That is your job, sir. That's what you got to do.
Okay. If you posted it again, it still did not show up because we've got nothing.
What did you put? Did you post like something that like YouTube is just not letting you post, something like that? You're getting flagged or something?
Yeah.
Like hardcore porn or whatever. Like what are you posting? Hold on, she posted again. Is that one about the pediatrician? I'm not wearing my glasses. That got fired because
there was a pediatrician.
Said girls were. What was it? Girls were Trump people in Houston.
Okay, there was a pediatrician. I know what she's talking about. There was a pediatrician in the Houston area, and he said kind of what you said about. I'm paraphrasing, where he's like, "Oh, these parents got what they deserved because they voted for Trump, and Trump made these cuts, and that's why your kids are dead." And he lost his job at the pediatrician's because he made that comment.
Don't say that as a pediatrician. I can say that because my job's not on the fucking line. Like, here's the thing. I feel bad for the kids. I don't feel bad for the parents if they voted for Trump. If you are a Trump supporter that voted for this and you lost one of your kids in this, it's fucking what you voted for. Unfortunately, sorry, not sorry. I feel bad for your kids.
I still feel bad. I still feel bad for the parents.
It's a horrible thing that happened, but like, you voted for the lie. You voted for the lying liar that always lies and didn't expect him to lie to you again. Is what you did.
It's the climbing in the cage with the jaguar, and then the jaguar eats your face, and you don't know why the jaguar ate your face.
Yeah,
jaguars eat faces. Donald Trump lies.
That's like fucking go. That's like seeing a bear outside and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna pet that. I'm gonna pet that dog. Let me pet that dog.
Gotta pet that dog."
Yeah, no, don't pet the dog. The dog will eat your face. Like, no. Like, dumb. Stupid, dumb people. Dumb. Don't be dumb. How about that?
Yeah, don't be dumb. I still feel bad for the parents, even though, yes, it's na 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 na. We gonna give it the fuck around, find out. Yeah, that's definitely the fuck around, find out phase for these parents. But at the same time, losing a kid, I mean.
It sucks, and you know what? I want to be empathetic. I really do, but we talked about this briefly before the show. The Democratic Party, most of us are moving away from that empathetic side of us. Like, we're done with it. We tried to be empathetic for years, and this is what we got. I'm sorry. You fucked around and found out. Get fucked. That's the new motto of the Democratic Party. Get fucked, then, I guess. Get fucked, I guess.
We're going to do a bonus show tonight there, Adam.
We can do a bonus show, yeah.
Let's do a bonus show.
Do a bonus.
So we're running a little bit long here, aren't we? Yeah, we're getting close to the end. So if you want to get a hold of us here at For Your Distraction, you can shoot us an email at foryourdistraction.com. If your email is good, we will definitely read it on air. You can find us on Facebook. Search for Your Distraction and like our page on there. We still post a lot of good content, even though Facebook, the median age of Facebook has gotten quite old.
Yeah,
a lot of the youngsters don't really use it anymore. But hell, we've been here for almost 10 years.
I'm going to make an Instagram.
We've been here for 10 years, huh?
I'm going to make us an Instagram is what I'm going to do.
You've been saying that. You've been saying that.
It's time. It's time.
Okay, let's do it. We just had this conversation as the Young Dems, and they were shitting all over Facebook, and we're like, "That's
how do you shit on Facebook?" Even though I don't really use Facebook all that much.
You shit all over Facebook. You wanted us to leave Facebook.
I fucking hate Facebook.
But
I hate
Instagram
Meta.
is still owned by Meta too.
I know. That's
called hypocrisy.
It's called I have an inner struggle that I need to deal with, sir. Okay, you know, there's one part of me that's like all about the fucking fame, and there's the other part of me that wants to be, you know, legit. Too legit to quit, sir.
So we also we go live when we do our shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can search for Your Distraction on YouTube and subscribe to us on there. We post the links to it on our Facebook page, and Adam posts all the links in the show notes.
Yeah,
so you'll be able to find them there.
Links to everything that you can find us at. So head over there: Podbean, Spotify, Google Play, all that nonsense.
Yep, that's the old-fashioned way. If you want to just listen to our podcast, the way podcasts were truly intended in their pure audio form. And we have a lot of our fans who still listen to us that way, and that's great. That's fabulous. That's tremendous. You can pretty much find us anywhere you get your podcasts. We are still a proud member of the Electronic Media Collective. Head on over to the electronicmediacollective.com. You'll find our podcast there and a ton of other great shows in our network. Give them a listen to. Give us a listen to. And we'll be back next week. Apologies to Robert Hopkins. We ran out of time again. We'll make sure we get you on next week.
Just always out of time, man.
Yeah, we ran out of
There's not
time.
enough hours in the day.
But thank you. Shout out to our lovely drinking game tonight. I had the Thistlefitch black pepper flavored whiskey. It was something else. Adam, you drank the Fireball.
Fireball.
It was it's a go-to.
It's a go-to.
Fireballs.
That was good. That was delicious. I like that.
That's good stuff.
That was a good one.
It's
I
good
wasn't going to
stuff.
veto that 100%.
Would you go to a summer camp?
No.
Would you be a summer camp counselor?
Fuck no.
What if they were like, here's a lot of money?
How much is the money?
The money.
Yeah, like I'll do it for the money, but not for the kids.
What if they said, we'll give you $10,000 just to come and host this camp, but you got to take one thumb in the bum.
Look.
You get to pick the time and place.
Look, I ain't no
but
prude.
the thumb's going in.
I ain't no prude, man.
10 G's.
I ain't no prude.
You got
man.
but you still got to be a counselor. Camp counselor. You got to camp counsel the whole week. One thumb in the bum.
This
10
tells you
Gs.
my problem. How long does the camp last?
It's all summer.
All summer?
You got to camp.
Like for
You're more concerned about the counseling than you are the thumb in the bum.
If I take a thumb in the bum, that's over pretty quickly. Okay, the goddamn camp counselor. That's
you
like
didn't
3.5
ask the
months.
size of the thumb. You didn't, you're worried about how long the camp lasts.
I guarantee it lasts longer than the thumb in the bum. So I'm done.
Would you take it?
Sure, $10,000 for a thumb in the bum. Yeah.